Ishana is a relatively new roots folk singer-songwriter based in Montreal, but she's also an empathetic musician. Her songs feel like soothing musical therapy sessions when she conveys a wide array of emotions and harnesses their power through song. With us today we have Ishana. Hi Ishana and welcome to the show.
Hi, Sheila. How are you?
First, please introduce yourself and tell us your history as a musician.
My name is Ishana. I've been singing for as long as I can remember since I was a kid. I still remember the first song I ever sang when I was like running around the playground. But I've been performing fully around Montreal since about 2013. Usually, I've played with bands here and there, but usually it's solo. Me and my guitar, sometimes a piano, but guitar mostly. And lately, I've been I've taken a little pause in during the pandemic. And I've been really taking my time to get back into it. So I haven't done any shows since because I've kind of felt like in the past I was categorized as a folk artist because I was just singing my slower songs with an acoustic guitar, and that's how they came out. But that's not how I actually pictured myself as an artist, and that's not how I pictured the songs to be. And I actually hear full productions in my head when I'm singing them. So I got into producing over the last couple of years. Still learning, but I would like to, and I've started the last shows that I have done. I've been playing more with my computer, my laptop, and my productions backing me up as I play the guitar still. Yeah, I think that sums it up.
What is your formal training and education, and why did you decide to make music your career?
Formal training and education is I actually grew up with very minimal music education up until maybe 13, 14 years old. Took some private lessons for guitar. And I didn't want to take singing lessons right away. I had a few cliches in mind about being a singer, and I heard horror stories about singing lessons, so I kind of avoided it for a long time. So I just stuck with guitar, and then I did clarinet in school, very simple clarinet stuff for the band at school, and then I did a deck in classical guitar, so my CJEP in classical guitar at Saint Laurent. And I learned a lot of skills that helped me have more confidence for when I'm songwriting or performing my guitar. But yeah, and then I went to Université de Montréal in musicology, but I dropped out halfway through actually. So, yeah. Why did I decide to make music my career? It's just, I always liked music. I always wanted to be a singer. Yeah, I don't know. It's just like a feeling. And I've tried to escape it a few times actually when I was in lower points, and like within a day someone would come up to me like, when's your album coming out, or how's the music going, keep on doing your thing. So I was just like, okay, I just have to keep doing it, and it follows me, so I'm following it too.
Who are your performance partners and what does everyone play or do?
So yeah, I usually perform alone. Sometimes I perform with a band, and if that's the case, I'll be singing and playing guitar usually. And then someone else might be playing a second guitar, just like friends here and there. I have no official band right now. But yeah, usually, or like a bass or something. But usually I perform alone. If I work with people, it's more like in producing the music, finalizing, with mixing or adding extra instruments, or yeah, but I usually play alone.
Where did you come from and how does this influence your music?
So I am born in Mississauga, Ontario, but I actually grew up in Montreal. But I do have this weird like ethnical mix. So my mom's Chinese, my biological dad's from Bangladesh, but I didn't grow up with him. I grew up with stepdad who played a lot of like Motown and rock and roll in the house when I was growing up. So I think that actually influenced me a lot more than my ethnical roots. And then my mom, she played a lot of like Shania Twain and country music. I feel very influenced by like what she was playing in the late 90s when I started kind of understanding what music was a little better and singing along to songs. So yeah, I feel mostly influenced by what my mom and my stepdad were listening to growing up. But I also felt a big aversion to a lot of it, especially it's very great music, but just because it was playing constantly, I think I kind of got tired of hearing rock and roll and Motown, especially. And then I started listening to a lot of pop music from the early 2000s, or like punk, pop, rock kind of music, like Avril Lavigne, and I started getting into bands like Billy Talent and 3 Days Grace, and was a little emo kid in elementary school. Yeah, I think I was influenced by what my mom and my stepdad were listening to, in liking it, and then in finding the opposite of that as well. And then the Montreal music scene has a lot of jazz and of soul and R&B. So I think it affected me anyway. Like sometimes I'll be trying to write like a song that sounds a little more aggressive, and people will be like, oh, it's so soothing. And then if I collaborate with someone, it'll sound like a funk song, or this is like unreleased stuff that I'm talking about, or it'll sound a little more jazzy if I'm playing with other musicians who are very influenced by that. So I think that's how my surroundings and my upbringing kind of influenced my music.
May we hear some of your music?
Of course, yeah.
This is Whole Again on the New Spins Library.
Colder than they were before. Even though I get the feeling you're hurting, trying to walk while you're bending yourself in two. I'll try to be proof it gets better for you and me in these two facing seats. Travel on, sing your song, be the face you were all along. But to think twice, but acting on impulse is never right. For their eyes, for their sight. So take shelter with me tonight, till you realize again.
When are you planning to release your next LP, and what can we expect of your efforts?
So when I'm planning to release my next LP, I am always planning to release an LP. I find it actually very unpredictable, and because of just like mundane things like finances, I find it hard to, or like technological skills, producing skills, I find it hard to plan when I'm gonna do the next LP. Maybe that's just me. But yeah, so I find it kind of unpredictable. So I kind of go with the flow, and I am aiming for an EP towards the end of this year, early next year. So end of 2022, early 2023. We'll see how that goes. I do have a lot of songs in my computer that I want to share as soon as possible. I have collaborations like flying around, coming in and out. So yeah, I'm working on some stuff right now and hoping for end of 2022 and early 2023, but you'll likely hear something before that as well. What people can expect is more upbeat dance music. So far it's been very like sad songs and melancholic songs. Now they're going to be a little bit more fun.
Do you have any upcoming concerts?
I do. I have May 30th, I'll be playing at Bar de Courcelles in St. Henry. And then on June 24th, I'll be playing at the Wheel Club in NDG with the Pivot Tone. They're this like bebop, like doo-wop punk band, which I find is an interesting mix. And we've collaborated before on some stuff that's also unreleased right now. Hopefully will be released later this year. So with the Pivot Tones and Summerled and Coolman Logan, I haven't actually heard of those artists before, but I'm excited to discover them. And then in the summertime, I'll be playing at L'Orbit at some point. I don't know the date yet. So.
Maybe listen to some more of your music from the past.
Yeah, of course.
This is Steady Eyes on CKUT.
Steady eyes, don't slip away to the side. I don't wanna start again. I
if our listeners want more information or to buy your music or event tickets, where should they go?
They should just follow me on my social media. Everything's there. If there's any new shows popping up, the announcements will be there. I also have a Bandcamp. Right now, my two previous projects are there, and I will add Whole again. So if you want to support with that as well, you can do that on Bandcamp.
Well, thank you for your interview today.
Yeah, thank you, Sheila. Thank you for having me.
You've been listening to Ishana speaking about her music. I am your host, Sheila Ferrando.